Hello there, everyone. It is me, Justin, your EagleSkipper, here with episode 15 of Journey to the Top here at Middlesbrough FC. And, well, since you were last here, we went through the off-season. As you can see, we did not have the opening kickoff, but that did end in a 1-1 draw between Man City and Newcastle. And, well, that doesn't really matter that much. Let's go ahead and get into the transfers, because this is our transfer special for Season 6. And if we just take a look at our transfer history, we brought in £96 million worth of players and sold £55 million worth of players. And before we look too much into that, I'm just going to say that this season we are going to be led by our Wonderkid Algerian striker. And, well, it's not the Wonderkid Algerian striker that you're probably thinking about if you've been watching this series. Because if we just sort this by the fee brought in, Osuma Mador is now gone to Juventus. They hit his minimum release clause and we couldn't do anything about it. And he only had 5 goals in 27 games for us. So that was pretty... I mean, we made a profit on him. We made a profit, £10 million or £8 million profit off of him for only scoring 5 goals in 27 games. So, I mean, that's tidy little business, but it's kind of interesting that the guy that we brought in to replace him is not the key player for Algeria, but is another younger, with more goals and less games, Wonderkid, fairly loyal, either-footed striker who has better finishing. So hopefully we'll get something from him. He has more realistic goal targets when he was playing for Bordeaux over the past few seasons, so hopefully we can get something from him, but I'm jumping ahead of myself. Let's just look at our transfers. Did we get any that came in technically at the end of last season? Yes, we did. Zan Pavel came in from Maribor, still not getting his work permit. We've got 59 days before he can apply for him again. I don't understand how this guy doesn't have a work permit. He's become a Slovenian starter, I mean, for at right back, and he's just got great all around everything. He's gone to our Danish club in Denmark. He's gone to our affiliate in Denmark for a bit of money and is playing in the Superliga of Denmark. So, I mean, they're sitting in 4th place after 2 games. So, hopefully he can do a job for them. As soon as he gets a work permit, we want to bring him back in. We also brought in this guy, Teddy Sultana, another striker, promising striker from Malta. Sprained his knee ligaments while training for Preston. So we're hoping he'll be able to continue. He's got 5-star potential ability, so that's good. So does Zan Pavel. He's got 5-star potential, so that's good to see. Did anybody get sold during that time? Yeah. George Seville ended up going to Dynamo Moscow. Longtime servant of the club, was the captain, but ultimately he wasn't getting in our team and he deserved to be playing. So he left. Teddy Sultana went out on loan. Frankie Whelan we let go on loan. But then let's get into this game. A number of people left out on loan or on free transfers. But on the outs, we did let Matt Osalundi go to Caligari. In Italy, he just wasn't up to snuff for us, only played 3 games for us, and they were offering money, so we let him go. We also let Eric Palmer-Brown. He's played a few games for us over the years. Actually played 18 games for us last season. But we just let him go to Spain because, well, he was like a 2-star player, so we just let him go. We also let Tom McIntyre go, so lots of, to Reading this time, lots of players on the outs in defense. We also did not let, but Santos, our striker from our last youth intake, left to Bournemouth. They poached him off of us and he didn't sign our contract. We let Daniel Viveros go. He was considered a promising winger, but he only had 3-star potential, so we just said, go ahead, take him. We also let Liam Higgins, Kaya Tashka, and several of the people go. A lot of people out on loan. You can take a look at them if you want. But on the ends, our first signing of this offseason or the first person that we got to agree to a contract was this guy, Wilson Rojas, an Argentinian goalkeeper from River. Looks pretty decent. He's got 5-star potential. We're putting him out on loan because he's not really up to snuff for a Premier League keeper, but he's got lots of potential and we want him to continue to develop. So we're trying to put him out on loan, but while that deal was in the midst, this guy, Johan Perez, a Colombian goalkeeper who has better current ability and just as much potential with a better personality to boot, came in from America de Cali, and well, he's going to slot straight into the first team. I mean, if we just compare him with Hassan, they're very similar players. I mean, if we take a look at sweeper keeper on defend, I mean, he's got better. These attributes are better. These attributes are better. His mentals are slightly on par. Better passing, better agility, slower acceleration, better aerial reach, lower command of area, same communication. I think he's going to slot straight into the first team at 18 years old. But then on a free, we brought in this guy, Jakub Pietrowski, a Polish, I think, former international, formerly of Antwerp, Fortuna Düsseldorf, and a number of other clubs. But he's just coming in as rotation options in midfield, can play in holding midfield, can play in midfield proper. And he's just got really good mentals for a midfielder. So we're going to hope he can come in and do a job for us. We also brought in Giel Rosas, a Spanish right back, hasn't been involved in the national team, though he spent quite a number of years at Gijon in Spain, yes. And yeah, he just comes in with a lot of current ability, so he's going to tide us over until Pavel can actually come over and play for us. After Rosas, we brought in Sid Ali Boudaif, the Algerian Wonderkids striker in from Bordeaux, in on £35 million, so less than we even spent for Maduro last year, so that's good. Also in on a Never Never, I believe. I can't see it anymore, but he's just got a much better finishing, good mentals. His physicals have improved since he's been at the club in the past few weeks. So yeah, we're just looking for him to make a difference for us. That was Badif. Next up, we brought in Owen Otasawi, American international center back. Got really good physicals, great jumping reach, good heading, can play as a ball-playing defender, so that's good. He's just coming in as rotation because we let a lot of people go in center back, so he's coming in, can do a job further up the pitch. Even as a Mazzala, he ticks a lot of boxes for that, but he'll primarily be a defender for us. Next up, we went back to River and brought in a slightly older attacking midfielder, Hernan Lopez Munoz. And he's got 15 finishing and attacking midfield, 20 determination, 16 flares, 16 off the ball. Just looks like he'll be a good advanced playmaker maybe. His teamwork leaves a little bit to be desired, but even if he's just sitting there as an attacking midfielder, he ticks all the boxes. If we just put him on support or on attack, yeah, he's going to be a great find for the club. Came in for less than £5 million. Good piece of business. Then we brought in a left-back wonderkid Dutch player, Yassir El Bakali, on loan from Arsenal, just to provide some cover on the left, because, I mean, no, we don't really have any good left-backs other than that guy who has the potential to be a wonderkid. Where is he? Has a lot of acts in his name. Anyways, yeah, El Baki came in. We also brought in Jan Brix, a promising midfielder, can play holding midfield anywhere down the center of the pitch. Played a couple times for Wolfsburg's second team, 18 years old, got a lot of potential, already wanted by Rotherham on loan. Probably will let him go. He doesn't really have what it takes to be in our first team this year, but he's just one for the future. And, well, we've seen a lot of screamer goals for our club this year, but we can finally get to watch some Marola specials if we want. We brought in Davide Marola, formerly of Milan, Empoli, Inter, Empoli, Lecce. Has done the Italian tour. Didn't really go to Apollon Smyrnis in this save, but he's come to Middlesbrough just to be a backup all across the attack. So he's got quite a bit of he ticks quite a bit of boxes. Best finishing at the club. So it's good to see Davide Marola come into our team. So today we are going to be starting out our Premier League season with a game against Chelsea. So let's take a look at the team that we're going to put to face Chelsea. We're going to be putting in Johan Perez in at goal, a back four of Yasser El Baki, Di Benedetto, and Otasowie, with Rosas out on the right, Svanberg and McCrory in midfield, Lopez Munoz ahead of them, Bolton and Dreyer out on the wings, and Numan Boudieff in attack. So let's get into this match. I'm not going to make those changes. This is the team that I want on the pitch. So this is the team that's going to play. So let's go into the match. Boudieff is not looking very happy, so... Oh, wait, no, let's not skip the team talks. Let's go tell them to impress me, that I have faith in you, and faith in you. Yeah, absolutely, our faith is we have lots of faith in the general manager, but apparently we're playing Barnsley and not Chelsea, so that's even better. So we're in our white uniforms for today. As we get this match going, let's turn off the league table. We can probably just look at the visualizer for now because it doesn't really matter. There's going to be a lot of changing positions because it's opening day. I mean, that's just how it goes. But yeah, we do see a Burnley highlight and goal as Johan Perez was not able to get to that one after quite a bit of blocking from our defenders. Really would have liked them to play a little bit better and get the ball out. But this is how the game starts. Only 7 minutes on the clock, so we can't be too disappointed that we would have liked to have got off to a better start than that. As we get another throw in for Burnley. But Svanberg is able to get that one cleared out, and Boudieff is able to win that one for Lopez Munoz. Gets it over to McCrory, who gives it back to Munoz, who threads through McCrory, who threads through Boudieff. Will he score on his debut? On the second time of asking, Sid Ali Boudieff does what Mador took months to do and scores. 10 minutes gone by into the season. I mean, fantastic stuff. Great way to start off the young man's time at the club and in the Premier League. He does miss the first one, but he was alive to the chance, and because he is either-footed, was able to slot away the rebound from an incredibly tight angle. I would have not been upset if he missed that one, but he didn't. So we move up into third position because absolutely everybody is tied at the moment. As we see a Burnley corner that goes into the back of the net. My goodness. Sorry for the pause. I had a little bit of a cough there, so I hope it won't be too much of a bother for you guys. We just watched Burnley score once again from that kickoff, from that corner. Would really like Perez to do a little bit better. Maybe Hassan is the one who needs to be starting for us, but Perez needs the game time, and, well, we need somebody on the pitch, unfortunately. Only one keeper can be on the pitch at a time. Well, technically more people can be on the pitch. More keepers can be on the pitch at a time, but it's not very wise to have more than one keeper on the pitch. Something's gone wrong if that's the spot that you've been left in. As Otasowie does well to get that one clear, but Rosas just boxes him out and doesn't let him get to the loose ball. But Perez does well to get that one tipped wide. And unfortunately, they have been scoring all of their goals on set pieces this season, or both of their goals from this season. Perez is able to hold on to that one, starting to come into the game a little bit. Now we just need our defense to work better together as Dreyer takes a free kick for ourselves. Otasowie didn't even jump for it. Will Rosas get onto it? He does. And he looks to get in a pass, gets it back to Svanberg, who gives it back to Otasowie, who gives it up to Dreyer. Everyone's facing the wrong way. Svanberg finally faces the right way, gives it to Otasowie, who gives it all the way back to Johan Perez, who finds Di Benedetto, who knows which way the goal has to go. The ball has to go for a goal. Gets it out to Al Bakali, who finds Bolton, who cuts inside very slowly. Wants to find Dreyer. Does find Dreyer. Dreyer is through on goal. What will he do? Score. Darren Dreyer, the European golden boy. Of course he scores. A fantastic find from Bolton, but an even better bring down from Dreyer. Because, I mean, if we just look at this ball had no business finding its mark. But Dreyer just did fantastic to get it. Didn't over dribble, didn't under dribble. Just got just around the keeper and tucked it away. Good stuff, Darren. Good stuff. And that brings us all the way back up to 4th place once again. So fantastic to see. Now 30 minutes gone by. It's been a very eventful first half of the season as Lataswe takes a free kick. Elbaki gets it to Bolton, who finds Boudieff, who runs around one guy and has acres of space and hits the post. I mean, that deserved a goal at the end of it. That was wonderful stuff from the Wonderkid. And I'm doing the best I can to pronounce his name. I really hope I am pronouncing it right. If anybody has any ideas of how that is supposed to be pronounced, please let me know, because I would like to say it correctly. And yeah, the rest of this half is just kind of petering out. It's kind of ridiculous that Darren Dreyer is on a 6.9 after scoring a goal. Makes you wonder how poorly he's been playing this first half. Though if you look at Rosas is playing extremely poorly as he puts in a bolt, finds Darren Dreyer. And, well, Darren Dreyer scores his second goal of the game, so I hope he's not on a 6.9 after this. And Rosas absolutely launches the ball, finding Darren Dreyer, who just tucks it away. I mean, that's got to be killer for Burnley, as that sends us close to top of the league and is right before halftime. I'm going to outstretch my arms and tell them that I'm proud of their performance so far. Keep it up. Let's see who we've got on the bench that we can bring on to make a change. We've got Pau and Mensah who can play in defense. Probably will bring on Petrowski on for Svanberg since he is on that yellow card. Probably bring on Marola on for Bolton. And maybe switch Dreyer and then Marola to see if we can get a Marola special from him. As Di Benedetto does well to get the ball cleared off. And, I mean, I don't remember Elbaki does very poorly to get the ball over to Perez, but Perez is able to find Bolton, who is charging forward, wants to get a goal himself, gets in on the goal scoring. Wilf Bolton, fantastic stuff. We'll take him off in the 60th minute, but he has definitely earned his paycheck this week. I mean, an assist and a goal, great stuff to see from Wilf. One of our homegrown striker Wonderkids. And speaking of Wonderkids, Di Benedetto is considered a full-blown Wonderkid at this point. So it's great to see. We've got a Wonderkid in defense, Wonderkids in attack, 3 of them in attack, to be fair. And yeah, I'm excited for the future of this club, as should every fan of Middlesbrough, as we are temporarily sitting top of the league, though there is no expectation of that continuing. Bringing on Davide Marola, switching those two around, turn Dreyer into an inside forward, and who else is looking complacent? Svanberg is looking complacent, so he's going to come off for Petrowski. Di Benedetto is also looking complacent, though we can't really do anything about that. I mean, I guess we could bring on Pau. We'll give it a little bit of time before we bring on Pau. Maybe shout at Di Benedetto, but as we see, Elbaki, who has 19 long throws, gets one in. Once Dreyer scores his 3rd goal of the game. The Burnley keeper really needs to do better than that. He just flailed his arms up in the air as the ball hit the ground inside the 6-yard box. Well inside the 6-yard box. Almost got the throw in into the back of the net. But yeah, let's take a look at this goal once again. Dreyer just hammers it home, scoring his hat trick. in on the left wing now. So great stuff to see. Let's take off Di Benedetto for Pau, who can make that change now. We'll probably switch the two guys around just because Pau is really a no-nonsense center back, so playing at central defense is probably the best we can ask of him. And Otasowie is a ball-winning defender, or ball-playing defender, so we'll let them do that. Lopez Munoz has been decent but disappointing in this game, looking a bit complacent there, as Petrowski also gets a yellow card. That's not great to see. But 10 minutes left in this game. We've completely outclassed Burnley. Perez has really come into the game. He let 2 early goals go by him, but has stood up to the rest of the challenges from the Burnley strikers. So that's good to see. Great to see a guy grow up in one game. Lots of people being tired, so we may have some rotation in our next game. But let's just see. No more highlights. Just have the game peter out to a close. Well, I guess we are going to get one more throw in from El Baki. Is he going to find Dreyer? No, he's going to try to find Pau, who can't get down, who can't get up to the ball, as the Burnley keeper was able to hold on to it, hoofs it forward, as El Baki gets it up to McCrory. McCrory holds on to it, finds Petrowski, who finds Davide Marola, who cuts inside, puts it forward for Dreyer. Is Dreyer going to score his 4th goal of the game? No, he's not. Hits the side netting, and the keeper and the ref says, yeah, that's enough. We don't need to see anything else from this game. Why would I say you don't deserve a rest? I'm going to say I'm very happy with the result and the way you played. Because I am. Why would I? What a comeback. I'm delighted. Got to be pleased with that result. It was a top performance. Excellent result. We're sitting 2nd in the league at the moment, very temporarily. But yeah, I need to show you what our season expectations are. I forgot to do that before the start of this game, so we'll let this game peter out. And okay, yeah, come on, guys, we need more better youth in recruitment. Always looking to improve, and they do it? They just agreed to improve the youth recruitment. Can we improve more flexibility in the payroll budget? Strengthen the squad? No, not the fans on our side. Losing our best players. Okay, they've agreed to increase the payroll budget, I think. Yeah. As we see a number of players do stuff, wage budget increased. Fantastic. We've got some wiggle room now. Youth recruitment goes up to exceptional. That's great to see. But if we just take a look at the finances, I mean, we have 43,000 in the payroll budget. We had, at the start of this game, we had negative 2,000 per week in the payroll budget and £976 in the transfer budget. So getting that little flexibility is going to be key in the future, as I see another potential wonder kid right there. We're going to let it go for right now. As that is going to bring us to the end of this episode. Next time, we are going to be seeing our first European games in quite some time in the Euro Cup 2 League Path 4th qualifying round. We're going to be facing either this Austrian team, which I will call Tyrol, or this HNK. Or this Croatian team. So we'll let that be tomorrow's episode. We'll play both of them. And yeah, so if you enjoyed that, go ahead and leave a like, drop a comment. If you want to name one of our youth intake players, or if you found out that I've mispronounced a bunch of people's names, which I probably have. And yeah, subscribe if you'd like to continue to join us on this journey to the top.